Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Only here tonight. Only here tonight.
Yo, what up, guys? It's Big Dog from the Mid-Card Express, and I'd like to welcome to the left of me my good old friend, Mr. Don Gato. How are you, brother?
Good, and you, brother?
Pretty good. I don't know why I was doing a jazzy voice, but I was getting in the mood, brother.
The fuck is a jazzy voice?
Yeah.
What is it? Like
jazz?
you've never been to like a jazz bar or anything when they're talking to you.
Honestly, I didn't. If El Paso has one, I didn't even know about it.
Bro, there's one like literally across the street, like no shit, at the Cocoa Bar. It's
That's
a jazz
considered
bar.
jazz bar?
It's a jazz bar. On Thursdays they do
Depends on the day.
Shout out to El Paso,
okay.
Texas, our local town. But in the front of me, as you already heard him, we got the beautiful, the gorgeous, the notorious Tony, baby.
Hey, y'all. What up, what up?
Showing me a nasty ass picture of Ratchet Sasha.
Dick.
Fucking dick.
You're so disrespectful. Don't you ever talk about Seth Rollins' girl like that.
You see, that's why I don't like Seth Rollins either.
You never heard like rumors about that? That supposedly that they have their own thing.
You see, it's because of people like you that I hate this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I guess like back in the day, they would like, I don't know if they still do, but they would do like Facebook Live. And then like, yeah, they'd always be together doing it.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it
Fucking
doesn't.
Tony. They're finger popping each other.
Well, then.
That's what you're implementing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sasha's married, so...
Oh, yeah, because that always works.
Yeah, I mean, that has
And
nothing to do
it's not
with
like
anything
Seth
there.
Rollins has been caught cheating before.
Wink, wink. Anyways, back
We
to
love
it,
you,
guys.
Seth.
This past Sunday, the most beautiful... No, not just kidding.
What?
This
What the
wasn't the
fuck?
most beautiful. I was just trying to oversell
Ronda
it.
Rousey?
Yeah, that's all I got.
You know what? She looked beautiful. She looked beautiful.
She
but,
always looks beautiful.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning because I have a different opinion of her as of right now. But let's just oh my god, it's already starting. So let's start from Sunday. So Sunday was Elimination Chamber.
like what you ate for breakfast or what the fuck?
Yeah, let's start from the very beginning. No,
So, what time you woke up, Julio?
I have no idea, bro. I'm always up and down just whenever the body says it's time to go.
Alright, okay. So getting back on track.
The kickoff show.
Yeah, the kickoff show, we're going to start off with that because there was a match on the kickoff show.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so-
You're
you're introducing it, Tony. So
All right. Well, I mean, the pre-show,
there you go.
the kickoff show wasn't really anything special other than, I mean, there was one match of the club, Gallows and Anderson versus the Miz Taraj, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
It was a horrible match.
I didn't see the match, so...
I actually did, and I was
You see the
very
match, Julio?
disappointed.
You know what? We had it on, but we were outside playing with the dogs, and I was
Well, there you go.
just peeking
My
into the window,
my
saying,
point
"Oh, okay, it's
exactly.
over. Who won? Okay, the club won."
My point exactly. Like, I don't even, like. I mean, I guess a 1-star rating.
Like,
Can you give it a 0 rating?
No,
Yeah, you
definitely
can.
not. Can you? Yeah,
I feel
well,
like
yeah.
you
Negative?
Negative? No, I
No,
don't think
negative is
negative.
when it's just
I mean-
so bad that like you have to say just horrible things about it.
Meltzer gave it a 175, so...
That
you're
was
not going
generous. That was very generous.
All it was, again, they just did the last second match like we had mentioned earlier. And then, like, the few little bits that I saw, it was decent wrestling, but it was like something you put on main event or something you put on not
What
a
the-
main event, like the show.
Yeah,
main event.
I knew you meant main event, but I was
Yeah.
like, they still have that.
Yeah, they still do, bro. Apparently, every week it updates on Hulu. So
Yeah,
check it out.
Hulu.
You love Hulu.
Well, yeah, that's how Kurt Hawkins keeps his streak alive.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, moving on. So the first match of the night,
You
the
don't want
actual
to. You don't want to
pay-per-view.
give your rating.
Well,
for
I didn't
that
see the match, so I'm
sure.
gonna rate it
NA.
an A.
NA. Like no answer.
Yeah, no.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah,
Because
like,
you said an A. That's why I was like,
excuse my cotton mouth.
all right.
Anyway, first match of the actual pay-per-view was the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
I was happy for it, but at the same time, I was worried. I was happy because, other than the main event, like the first match of every pay-per-view gets probably like the second longest airtime.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was excited for it, because it's the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber. But at the same time, I was worried just because, I mean, it's the Women's Elimination Chamber. I don't know how long exactly they were going to give them time. But they put on a great show, honestly, and I probably felt that was better than the Men's Elimination Chamber.
I don't know if it was better, but it was actually really good. Like they gave him like 37 minutes. I actually count them.
Oh wow!
Damn.
37
watching
minutes.
shit.
And so,
I know.
yeah. I think everybody was showcased the right way. That little friction between Bailey and Sasha was perfect at the right moment. Alexa trying to escape, and
That was
fucking
perfect.
beautiful. Even Mandy and Sonya Deville's involvement into the match was actually really
Yeah,
good.
at the beginning, giving him the two on one advantage, like it worked perfectly.
Yeah. Who was it against Bailey, right?
Of course.
Bailey storyline of the underdog was for finally told the right way, I think, for the first time in like a year. Alexa winning at the end, how she won, and then Sasha shot at the end when she's in the floor all
Yeah.
fucking sad and shit.
Bitch.
I think it was
The only thing
a good
I
match.
just hate is that Sasha completely fucked up that Twisted Bliss off the top of the chamber. Like she didn't sell it as, it didn't seem as believable. Like it seems like she just caught Alexa out of the air, and then she's all like, "Oh wait, I'm supposed to fall down."
Right.
And then that's when she reversed it. Like she should have sold it more, actually, like making it look like some damage happened.
Now it was surprising that Alexa is the one that took the bump.
Yeah,
That-
honestly,
that-
I was
that
like,
high-flying
of
bump.
all the people, I was
And
like,
Mickey
like,
James.
dude, Mickey James went hard.
Sasha didn't
Thank
do
you for
anything
not
crazy.
thank you for not wearing those bell bottoms, because, dude, Mickey James with those bell bottoms, I was like,
That's when you know it's a joke act.
no, that's like her normal ring gear, and like to me, I don't know why I always hated it.
Yeah.
And then like when she came out, I guess in like a Wonder Woman look esque, like it looked perfect. Like I was like, this is how you should look all the time.
Yo, no lie. I was kind of scared when I would see them in the chamber because of the spotlight they had at the bottom of the chamber looking at them. They looked like those fake porcelain dolls. Like all of them. I was like, holy shit.
Dude, you're weird.
Nah, dude,
I didn't
like,
get that vibe
even
at
my little sister was like, they look fucking weird. I was thinking
No,
the
I
same
didn't
fucking
get that.
thing.
I didn't get that vibe at all.
Yeah, you need to go back and watch it. You're going to be like, holy shit.
I don't think so.
No.
I just think you and your sister are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Shout out to the little sisters out there. Anyways, bro.
What do
The
you think
fir-
of the match?
The first, when I already knew an Elimination Chamber was going to happen as soon as the pay-per-view started, because you saw the chamber was already set and ready and it was all flashing. So I was like, oh, I like, no disrespect, but I really hoped it was the women's first, because I really didn't want to see the women's go last. No disrespect again, but hey, I actually liked it a lot better than the men's Elimination Chamber. I could say it right off the bat. I enjoyed it a lot, and a lot of things that I didn't think or expect that to happen. Like, example, multiple women having different aerial like style, and like they did high risk stuff. I wasn't expecting Mickey James to be jumping off one of the chambers. I was like, God damn. So like you guys said, that was awesome. She even throughout the whole thing showcased how she was showcased and presented was pretty dope. I actually even love the fact that she got eliminated before Alexa was released from her chamber, just showing that at the end showing a little bit more, saying, yo, yeah, Alexa was relying on that. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, well, since during the week they were like building back the relationship just in a day and shit, or two. They were like, oh, he's gonna help her, she's gonna retain. That's what a lot of people were saying. So right there it showed that she didn't need Mickey James. So I like the way it was done. A little thing that did piss me off is how stupid they put their stories. Like with Bailey, I like it that the Bailey Sasha shit happened, but it's like, yo, I didn't know you were stupid enough to do it before eliminating everybody, before it was only you two. Again, I understand that Alexa won. I actually like the fact that she stayed the champion, but I just think Bailey and Alexa are fucking retarded.
Well,
Bailey and Alexa or Bailey and
Bailey
Sasha?
Yeah,
well, actually,
that,
was
Take it,
Sasha
Tony.
the one that betrayed, so Sasha will be the stupid one
Yeah.
in this scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
And for the people that's bitching that Alexa was the last entrance, well, the champion should have that advantage. Like, that's the right way to do it. The champion should always be, which has never happened, but it should be the last entrant of the chamber.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Champ's
I mean,
advantage, like you said.
Alexa showcased everything that she hadn't showcased in a while. Like, she proved, I think this is her best match ever.
Yeah, definitely.
She proved that she's worth of having that championship. I mean, we already knew because of her character and her awesome promo skills that she deserves it. But she proved that in the ring, she's actually great.
Yeah, because even in the beginning when she was released or everything, well, at first she locked herself back in, but which was, again, it was amazing because this whole time she's been, a coward, smart, get out of the way quick, cheating champion, right? And even when she did finally get out of that chamber, like, she was running away. Like, dude, I was laughing. And again, this is supposed to be like, oh, one of the first ever, you have to do this right. Like, it was done right. It was done correctly. She portrayed her character, how she has been portrayed, and how she actually is fucking smart, and that's why she's the champ, you know what I mean? And again, she was evading two fucking people going after her, so again, what the fuck, I'm not gonna fucking go, alright, I'm gonna kick both of your asses at the same time. That's not smart.
Yeah, and I thought, like, the Bailey Sasha their fight, I think it was perfect timing, because I mean, it was the two of them with Alexa, so I don't think, like, they shouldn't have started it out earlier when Sasha first came out. Like, that timing itself was perfect, and they shouldn't have waited. If Alexa would have been eliminated and it would have just been Sasha Bailey left, it wouldn't have been as big, because it would have been, okay, well, they're both fighting for they have to do it right now. Like, I mean, they realize, Sasha realized that if she takes out Bailey, then all she has left is Alexa, and it's the women's champion, so she's gonna win. So she felt she had the upper hand.
Because Alexa was down at the moment that she betrayed Bailey.
True.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think it showcased pretty good. And then, I think it's, again, the same shit. Like, Sasha should be the heel, in my opinion. Like, Bailey should be the one that keeps getting screwed over. I mean, they keep changing it week after week.
Well, yeah, it is, but I think it's perfect the way they did it on Monday, which we will talk.
Yeah.
But because it's not, it's like both of them are screwing each other at the same time. That's the way it should be portrayed. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the way it should be portrayed, where both just completely have trust issues with each other to the point where they just have to fight.
But they both hate each other.
Yeah.
Well, and then also, like, I think the way they're building it, too, with Sasha is... Because, like, I mean, back-to-back in Elimination Chamber and even the next night on Raw, like, they just have her sitting in the corner, like, hand on her head, kind of, like, contemplating, like, what she's doing. Yeah, contemplating life, basically. So, I mean, it's, in a sense, it's basically, like, foreshadowing, like, oh, it's time for a change, a.k.a. a heel turn, maybe.
Wink, wink.
So, yeah, like... Having Sasha being the last person and taking the pin, I thought that was good too.
Yeah.
Like, having Bailey get... I mean, everyone was excited. Everyone thought, oh, Bailey's going to take out Sasha. And it's going to be Bailey versus Alexa. And then Alexa just comes in and then just rolls her up for the pin. And I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, and the thing is, Bailey should not touch Sasha until WrestleMania. Whenever that happens. Like, that, it was perfect for her not to, like, go at her on there or whatever. Yeah. Like, they should not actually have any kind of physical confrontation until WrestleMania.
Yeah, like their match on Raw, I think it was I think it was good timing, just to showcase like, okay, we both still have something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And it's funny because I hadn't thought of that until after Alexa came out of nowhere and just freaking pinned her, right? I was like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that at all. But, I mean, it fit perfect to the story and what's going to be the fallout of Elimination Chamber. So that's, like, again, I think this is going to be done right. And this is what I was telling you guys. Like, I thought it was, like, too short of a time. But you did say, nah, I think it's perfect because they've already been planting seeds here and there. And to right now, I think that's going to be one of those matches that's going to be like a must-see. Again, it's already been a must-see, but like it's going to be dope. And it's been built pretty dope so far.
Well, honestly, I think for the marks, it will be the most important women's match in the card, more than the 2 championships. And for the women, because of what I told you guys before, the fact that it's just a storyline match is the first time it's ever going to happen with the women.
I think you might be a little bit right, but one that is right behind it would be the Asuka versus Charlotte if that happens. If that happens, yeah.
If it happens.
It will happen. We just have to wait till after Fastlane.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll see what happens, but I think it should happen too.
Mm-hmm. So for the rating, honestly, I gave this match a 4. Like it was the best match of the pay-per-view.
Well, okay. Meltzer gave it a 3.25.
He's a dumbass.
That's a little low. Like
yeah.
I would expect the 3.5 to be the lowest on that. Lowest again.
I'll give it a 4 too.
You'll give it a 4? I'll also give it a 4, man. But 3.25, that's a little too low.
Yeah, that's too low.
Because again, this one, the entertainment part, storytelling part of it was perfect. Like even Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, their part, they did it perfect in the beginning.
Dude, when they came out in their white gear matching, I was like, that is beautiful.
Bro, you texted right away, so like, well, I can't say what you said, but you were happy. You were happy. Yeah, but Meltzer can suck a nut on this one.
Wow.
Ooh,
very strong words.
Okay. The following match was The Bar versus...
Oh my god, my boy is Titus Worldwide. Why you gotta do me like that?
All sad.
Oh man.
I was happy, but not really glad to see that match.
Meltzer gave it a 2.25.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't
subpar.
bad. It wasn't a bad match. It was just an okay match. But
And
The
then-
Bar looked dominant, actually.
They did. That's what was sad. Like, I was expecting a good match. Not, like, top of the line, but I figured if you're going to put Titus Worldwide in that kind of, like, presentation, like a championship match against The Bar of that caliber, like, I thought you would have shown them, like, a little bit more, like, physical. Like, the only highlight of that moment for Titus Worldwide was when, freaking Apollo, like, he came in and like the hot tag and he like had some moments, but even then, like, it was pretty much all dominated by The Bar.
Yeah.
And then also the crowd, man. That crowd was so horrible.
Yo, like, no lie, that crowd was an asshole crowd. Like, I love crowds.
The Vegas crowd was just...
You don't like any crowd, Julio.
No,
Bro,
but this Vegas crowd, oh
they
my
were
God.
assholes, dog.
Yeah.
Like, they were just straight out assholes. Like, what they did, and then we'll talk about it in the next match, but what they did in the next match, if they would have done it here, oh, man, poor Cesaro would have been fucking furious, dog. Like, the thing is, man, I was one of those people that really didn't pay attention to this match now, not because it was worldwide, even though I've said that like twice.
It was because of that.
Yeah, it was. I texted you bathroom break, but it was actually a smoke break. Anyways, bro, it felt like if it was another Monday Night Raw match, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. They didn't showcase titles worldwide at all.
Yeah, like you said, man, it wasn't a bad match. Like, I did see some spots here and there when they were wrestling. It wasn't a bad match. It's just, it felt like another match.
They just wanted to end the storyline, which they did the following night.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it should have ended at Elimination Chamber. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm surprised they got another shot.
I mean, at 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh my God.
The next-
Especially the way the first fall went. No, but yeah, that was a low light of my night. I was like, Titus Worldwide, no.
So what do you guys give it?
A
Is it
2.
ready? Yeah, me too. 2.
2 flat.
I give it a 1.5. It lost me, bro. 1.5. Like, I'm being generous.
Okay.
What did Meltzer give it again?
2.25.
Damn, generous motherfucker. Makes up for
that
the
was
last
pretty
one.
high, yeah.
Shout out to Meltzer. Next match, sir.
Asuka Naya.
That one, it was good. Like, it's exactly the way you called it. Like, Asuka's gonna escape with the win.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I was happy seeing the dominance of Nia Jax, but I just felt like a woman of Asuka's caliber like should have been able to show off more, I thought.
Yeah, I actually believe that the match itself underperformed a little bit. I was expecting it to be a 3.5 star match, and it didn't.
Yeah, I was
reach.
expecting it to steal the show, actually.
It was probably the third best match of the show, if the third best match of the show, and that's because the other singles matches were bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Naya was dominant. I honestly didn't like what happened after the match.
Yeah,
I
that
just
was
didn't like it because what's the point?
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna do Naya, Asuka, and Alexa, which I don't see happening. I don't get it.
Yeah, no. Though after the match, like the shit Nia Jax did, like it just seems more and more now that they're making Nia Jax the women's division's Braun Strowman. Like she doesn't need a title. She's the most dominant woman there. Like she's just destructive.
Yeah, I don't see her getting over as Braun. I just don't see
do
it.
because I mean, it's with the crowd itself. They love destruction, but
I don't think they love destruction from a woman. And this is gonna sound bad, but they're not gonna. I'm sorry, but they're not gonna get behind somebody of Naya's physical attributes. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. The casual fan is a dick.
They are, but at the same time, I think eventually they'll get behind her in time for WrestleMania, for her WrestleMania moment.
But I mean,
now I'm speaking in a perspective of how they're trying to put it. I think the way they've been portraying, the way they want to portray both superstars, both women. I think it's good how they're doing it, but it's not what we want. In other words, the people. We know what they can do. Again, this match, it was good. It was exactly what you guys called what we all expected it was going to be. I
didn't. No, I thought it was going to be like an even match.
Well, I actually thought it wasn't. I thought we said that it was going to be like Nia mostly dominant and Alexa barely making it out.
Asuka.
No, I thought. I had it the other way. I thought
Tony
Asuka was
had it the
going to
other way.
showcase everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was my mentality. Never mind.
Yeah, you and Jose had it the right way.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, so let me talk to you, Jose. Nah, I think it's been done right because they want, like you said, they want to portray Nia as the Braun Strowman, but it's not gonna happen. Not gonna say because of what you said, Jose, because that was pretty fucked up. But
It wasn't fucked up. It was just real.
it was accurate. It was accurate.
I don't believe that. I mean, I don't think like them, but I think Nia can be a main event in the women's division, but I don't think fans are gonna get behind her.
Yeah, definitely not, man. Like, that's why I'm saying that it was presented in the right way, as in they want to put Nia Jax over, like the strength and everything, but then that kind of lowers the
Asuka
a lot.
The thing about Asuka is, if it's Charlotte, it's gonna be the same thing. She's just gonna escape with the victory. And you're gonna
if it's against Charlotte, it's gonna be a top of the line match.
No,
Definitely.
No, but let's say, I'm not saying it's gonna be like this match, but I'm saying it's gonna be like a 51-49 match, even.
But that's what it should be, though, because I mean,
yeah, but
they've never faced
yeah,
each
but
other.
what's happening is that Asuka is losing a lot of the momentum towards whenever she finally loses against Ronda Rousey. Yes, Julio, against Ronda Rousey. She's gonna be the one to dethrone Asuka.
I can't determine because I haven't seen her fight singles, so TBD.
All right. Anyway,
TBD.
But no, I think it's. I agree that they're derailing her momentum at the moment, but I think it's to set up for her WrestleMania match, to where it makes people believe, okay, Asuka can actually lose her streak against Charlotte, and then her and Charlotte's match is gonna catapult her back into being the dominant woman and the fearless, the undefeated Asuka, until possibly SummerSlam or WrestleMania next year, and when it'll be Rousey
definitely
defeating the streak.
I don't know.
Like, I think it's just for the moment that they're making Asuka look human.
Well, but I mean, they made Emma look good against Asuka when Emma was about to leave the company, and because they knew they were gonna release her. And then they had a 50-50 match, which it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be Asuka completely annihilating Emma. Am I right?
Yeah, but I think at that point they were fucking up the storyline and they realized it and they tried to fix it because, again, like I'm saying, man, if you look at it in their perspective, they're doing it kind of right so far, to where, because to your point back, if you want to have Charlotte versus Asuka, like, yeah, that's going to be a dope match, but you haven't seen Charlotte versus Nia yet in the main roster, have we? Because or like it has in the past, but like one-on-one.
Yeah, it has happened.
Yeah, like, they want to keep Nia as the dominant one still. So even if you have Nia versus Charlotte's going to probably do the same thing, like escape as the champ, but barely by a hair because Nia's a baby. Yeah,
but when it's Asuka versus Charlotte, they're going to protect Charlotte's going to tap out. Just to start with it, Asuka's going to win by a roll-up, or what's her finisher? Her hip attack?
She's going to make Charlotte tap out.
Nah, she's not. Yes. Vince is not gonna allow Charlotte to be tapped out.
If John Cena can tap out,
when has
Charlotte
John Cena tapped out in the last 15 years?
Okay, I don't know exactly.
No, he hasn't. The last time he tapped out was against Kurt Angle when he was the doctor of Thugonomics.
But he's tapped out, though.
17 years ago. No. 15 years ago.
I was like, he's been in WWE for 15 years. What are you talking about?
John Cena has never tapped out after he became the
Super Cena.
Super Cena. And
but Charlotte's
Super
not.
Charlotte.
No, she's not Super Charlotte.
She has never tapped out
yet. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, Asuka, they're gonna start with Charlotte to build her back up for the storyline with Ronda Rousey. I mean, look what they did like 2 months ago when she took on Alexa Bliss in a non-title match. She completely dominated her and she made her tap out. And then now look at where Alexa Bliss is now. And look at where Charlotte's at.
But Alexa Bliss has never been portrayed like Charlotte.
Never. No, yeah. But what I'm saying though is that, like, they're changing this perspective of every woman, little by little, in their own way. Not all at the exact same moment, but like, I mean, 2 months ago, if Alexa was gonna fight Charlotte, I mean, Asuka, clearly Asuka's gonna be the winner. Now, let's say if they were to have that match again at WrestleMania, I mean, I actually believe Alexa Bliss would defeat Asuka.
Oh, no.
No. Wow.
Well, I don't see Alexa being the one to.
Well, I just see it's more believable now.
I mean, I get, and I honestly, I don't believe it's gonna happen. I don't believe it's gonna be Charlotte Asuka. I think it's gonna be Alexa.
No,
Asuka.
I think it's gonna be Charlotte
Asuka.
So,
the reason why I don't see it's because Charlotte momentum right now is not that great, honestly, because of SmackDown, not because of her.
No, clearly,
because of SmackDown. So
like
I see
Ruby Riott versus Charlotte.
I see actually Charlotte going against Asuka for the undefeated streak at SummerSlam, or maybe Survivor Series, or maybe the next WrestleMania. Because if it's not Ronda Rousey, the one that's gonna get that streak is Charlotte. So if the Ronda thing doesn't work, then they're gonna give the streak to Charlotte, because there's nobody else they can give it to.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. The two women who have to do it.
Facts.
So what's your rating?
That's because I didn't like the ending. Like what Tony said, I did not like that ending. Like, what was the purpose of? Like, Oscar was supposed to roll up, get away, and run out quick with a quick victory, right? Like, at that point, you'd expect, cool, she got away with it. Like, then Nia come annihilating the shit out of her. You just called her a dumbass right there. Like, I don't know. So I give it a. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Meltzer give it a 2.5.
2.5.
I think a 3.25 maybe max.
I'll give it a 2.75. By the way, I'm the winner, and Julio right now you say SK. I didn't see.
I said SK? God, I didn't even notice. That's when you know I'm a true beaner.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice that.
That's funny.
I'll put a little DJ scratch. Nah, hell no, I'm gonna leave it in there. Shout out to my beaners out there.
Yeah.
And then after this, it was the Kaka match.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Kaka too. It delivered with full potential of Kaka, bro.
Bray Wyatt versus Walking Matt Hardy.
Shout out to
Honestly,
Matt Hardy won. That's all you need to know.
my crazy people.
I don't remember anything on the match.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I do.
Was it just that?
I remember
Was it good?
3 things that the fans did.
Well, you can talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was paying attention to this match because
Why?
Because at one point
At the beginning, right when he came out, is that when he did it, or was it on Raw?
what?
No,
Matt
the Brother
Hardy.
Nero thing
Yeah.
he did on Monday, right? The singing of the song.
No,
or
it
whatever.
was
Did he
in
do that?
the Elimination
Oh,
Chamber.
yeah,
it was
after.
at the chamber.
So
yeah.
it happened during the Elimination Chamber where Matt Hardy started singing the song that usually Brother Nero sings back when it was in TNA.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy, for people who don't know who Brother Nero is.
Shout out to Jeff Hardy. And it's been rumored for about a few weeks that he might be making an appearance soon. So as soon as Matt started singing that, I texted Tony. I was all like, holy shit, Brother Nero's going to pop up, bro. And like they kept wrestling after that. So I was all like, oh shit, well, maybe it'll happen a little later. All of a sudden I hear the crowd in the back like start freaking like chanting and shit. And I even told my little sister, I was like, holy shit, there he is. Like the crowd's going crazy. And she started noticing, she's like, oh yeah, like I can hear him cheering shit. All of a sudden, like I see in the background, I see a beach ball going on in the background. And I was all like, the first thing that went through my mind was, God fucking damn it. Like, that's what went through my mind, bro. So again, going back to the crowd, freaking the crowd was an asshole here in Vegas, dog. Like, within that same match, 3 things happened. First off was the beach ball. The second thing was the wave, which actually Matt Hardy actually tried to freaking work with. Like, as people were doing the wave, he was like going like with his hands like like if he was manipulating the wave. And then the third last thing was they were chanting Rusev Day like loud as fuck. Like it was overtaking like the match to where Bray Wyatt and this fool were like, really, motherfuckers, like really.
Well, but I mean, if they're not putting a good match, then they're not.
And it's not their fault. It's not the audience fault, bro. Like they didn't put any purpose behind this match.
Well, that's
WWE.
why. I mean, you're faulting the audience, and I mean, but if you're not invested into the match, you're gonna find ways to entertain yourself.
That's true.
I mean, the beach ball, yeah, I have a big problem with that. I've told you guys, this fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
But the wave and the Rusev Day, not so much.
No.
Or do you know what's disrespectful? That when they start chanting that guy from Chicago, that's disrespectful. Because
Yeah.
that's against the wrestler, that's against Vince. Rusev Day, I mean, it's over.
He's over, and then no. And then they even actually, because I mean, for you saw it like a little bit before they changed the camera angle. Like you saw them actually taking the guy out who had the beach ball,
Beach ball.
Oh, really?
or who had,
That is
or
sad.
I guess the last person who had the beach ball.
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
And then like the crowd starts chanting, "We want beach balls."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
stupid.
disrespectful.
The wave, I mean, we did it in El Paso last time, so
We did?
and not this one.
Your section did it,
October
or
one,
what?
Yeah.
Our
we
section.
Yeah, we
Our section was lit.
or was I think it was a different event. Then.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're watching
Yeah.
Nacho
Soccer?
Libre.
Where the fuck was I don't even.
I don't know, because when WWE comes to El Paso, then they show up. No, that's it.
What?
I meant like the matches, like they're great.
Not last time.
Oh, okay, but like 2 matches. And then one of them I didn't even pay attention to.
Yeah, because the first time we went, we were into the matches.
The first time we went, it was a great, except
That's
for the
what I'm
main
saying.
event.
When did you start a freaking wave? Because I didn't even notice it.
For real.
Maybe it's a different event. I don't
It
know.
was a top crowd. They couldn't see shit. We were like, yeah.
It was Mark.
Hey.
All right, so going back on topic, that match itself, I would give it a 1, maybe a 1.25. Meltzer, what did he give it?
2.
That's generous.
That's really generous. I was gonna give it a 1.
I'm gonna give it no rating because I honestly don't remember anything on the match. Like I don't remember if it was good, bad, or mediocre. I just don't remember anything.
Dude, it was another match that nothing you haven't seen away
On
from
Raw.
TV.
It could have been on Raw, yeah. Which it was like the next day, I think, wasn't it?
No.
It was just a segment, but they didn't have a match.
Well, yeah, but so yeah, then what was the match after that?
Well, the thing after that was the signing of the contract of
Oh
Ronda
yeah,
Rousey.
should have been the main event. But
No.
Okay,
This is all right.
okay.
So we're just talking Sunday. This is where I have to tell you guys.
Go ahead.
You guys are just at this point obsessed with Ronda Rousey because everybody, bro, not just me, everybody. I'm not. Take anybody. Take away Ronda Rousey. Put anybody else in that spot, but do the exact
They
same
would've
thing
been
she
worse.
did on the mic.
they would have been worse.
No, bro. This is the thing. She was not good on the mic one bit. We're talking Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
She was not good
you
on the
put,
mic.
Okay, but there's worse than that.
Bro.
Yeah, there's worse than
There
that.
has definitely been worse than that. But I'm saying, if you guys are out there saying it was bomb, it was flame, what she did on the mic, no, you guys are lying to
Raw,
yourself.
yes, but the Elimination Chamber,
No.
I wasn't like flop like what you texted me.
Yeah,
where
you
you texted
texted
us
flop.
I wasn't that, but I knew it wasn't all completely there. But at the same time, if you want to like break down that segment, Kurt Angle was completely horrible.
No, Kurt Angle was the one
Really?
trying to save it.
WrestleMania 21? Really?
Bro, no. Kurt Angle was trying to say, dude, you could see it in you could see it in Triple H's face, you could see it in Stephanie's face.
Yeah,
and
they
you
were all
could
like,
see it
Kurt
in
Angle, get your shit together.
No, they were all like, holy shit, like, this is not what we were expecting. And then even Triple H was trying to carry out the segment, bro. Like, if you really need to go back and see the segment.
Dude, you need to, because
Kurt Angle messed up.
Kurt Angle messed up
Yeah,
like
he
4
did.
times.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
But
Rousey, she was just quiet and she was shy because clearly she has never been in that moment before. So you can't blame her. Kurt Angle, he does that every week on Raw. How can you keep fucking up your lines?
Well, Kurt Angle sucks in the mic in general, bro. No one ever said that he was
No,
amazing
he
in the
doesn't.
mic. Yeah, he does.
No.
You guys have talked shit every single segment that he can't do shit on the mic. That he talks shit on the mic.
Do I never once mentioned Kurt Angle sucks on the mic?
Okay,
Not
I'm
me.
gonna point it
away.
out.
And I actually don't agree that it was Kurt's fault. It was just.
No, I'm not saying it was Kurt's fault, but I'm
I
saying
don't
if you're
think-
gonna
I don't think
talk
he
bad
fucked
about
up.
Rousey,
Honestly, that's him. That's himself. Ronda was just shy. She was nervous. I mean, I'm sorry, but she was excited. And yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great segment. The physical things were great,
Yeah, those were. I can agree with that.
but I mean the rest. I don't even think Triple H was great. I just think the segment wasn't great at all. The little storyline where they're going, I kind of like the way they're doing it. Like that way that where Curtis just snitching on fucking.
He looked like a little bitch, bro. Like even I was
He
like,
did,
oh,
but
Kurt,
you
no,
can
Kurt.
actually see yourself in a conversation between Triple H and Stephanie actually saying those words like, "Oh, now we own this bitch." You can
Yeah.
actually see it.
That was my favorite part of the segment.
That's my
It's like,
favorite line.
Did you say 3 years and we finally bagged this bitch?
3 years in the making, we finally own the bitch. Oh my god!
Like I can see Triple H and Stephanie
I
in the
can
back
see
saying
being
that.
real.
Oh, dude, the first thing I did think right after, I was like, oh, that's what happens when you say into WWE. They start making you their bitch and shit, like literally, man, telling you the world. And, like, they're literally saying, yo, we own Ronda Rousey now. Like, that's what they were saying. I was like, I even told my little sister, I was like, damn, that's literally what happens. You go in and they start trashing the shit out of you no matter
Yeah.
who you are.
But I mean, And I mean, yeah, I think you had some high expectations on the promo. That's why we said Paul Heyman should be with Ronda, because we already knew that Ronda is gonna be good in the mic sometime, eventually. She's not gonna be, I mean, she's not groomed for wrestling, not yet. Even when she was in UFC, she didn't cut these amazing interviews. She never had one of these promo after the fights.
Even after she won, she's horrible. She's not a talker.
She's not.
Like, she can talk, but in terms of, like, basically talking about herself in general, she's not that kind of person. She's
not as bad as Brock, but she's... I mean, because Brock is just horrible.
Yeah, he's horrible.
He's really bad.
But, I mean, I think the segment was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been way better, but...
But it could be worse too.
Yeah.
It wasn't a horrible... I'm not saying it was a trash promo, no.
Now, if you're expecting, like Tony told you, you're expecting CM Punk's kill promos, then you're out of your mind, Julio.
Yeah, exactly. No, I wasn't expecting that, like, at all. I wasn't. It's just I was expecting, like... I was expecting her to at least stay in control of the whole situation, you know what I mean? Like, even if it was a horrible promo, for her to be able to do everything. And yeah, okay, I understand. It was the first time she was out there. But again, this brings me back to my point. Again, this Elimination Chamber. This brings me back to my point. That's what NXT is for. Again, now, that's what promo class is for. That's what mic class is for, although whatever they have. She's already putting... You guys are putting her at this caliber... And yet she can't do the fundamentals.
But don't you feel that when they get to the main roster, sometimes they're too much coached up? Like, to the point where they're just fucking actors following a script. And they're not talking from the heart.
Yeah, exactly. They're not using their own persona, their own makeup. It's just, okay, they're literally reading line for line what they're told to read.
Like, because that's what makes Cena great. That's what made that guy from Chicago great.
That's what makes The Miz perfect.
Exactly. Like, they follow a script, like bulletin points or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's it. And then the guys that are coming from NXT, you can see they're fucking reading. You can see them in their eyes. They're like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Like fucking reading the fucking script, like trying to memorize. Like,
they're reading it in their head. Yeah.
So I don't know if that will have been the best for Ronda.
That'd be the last time you point that pen in my
I know.
face.
I was like, that was close as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, dude.
Live stream coming soon, guys.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, that segment could have gone better, but at the same time, I mean,
so that's why. Back to my point, real quick. That's why I was glad it wasn't the main event thing. Or like the last thing that happened, even though the main event last thing that happened, it was the same thing. So I didn't really care at that point.
So should we move on to the main event?
I think we should. Do you guys want to rate the segment or not really?
I don't know because it's just a promo.
Segment,
yeah, it's just a segment.
Again, I'm not completely, like I told you guys, I'm not completely trashing the segment. I was just like laughing at the fact that the mic stuff, but after that, her reaction, her face reaction, the way she acted towards everything else, it was pretty good. It was pretty decent.
Her body language.
There you go. It was natural.
Into it. Yeah, exactly.
That looked natural as fuck. It was just the mic, and okay, maybe she was nervous. Let's see what she does on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. All right. The main event was the men's Elimination Chamber, which, quite honestly, I think. If it wasn't for the end, it would have been higher rated. But, I mean, the end is the end.
I don't think so, just because...
I don't think the match was as bad as you guys think.
The only problem I have is just with Braun eliminating every single person.
I don't. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, the problem is the fact that he kicks out of, like, quadruple bombs and shit.
He kicks out of everything except
but he doesn't
for a
kick out of 2 spears. I mean, let's give it. It was 2 spears. It was 2 spears.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't kick out of a spear when Roman Reigns go, "Ooh, wow!"
I know. He kicked out of a spear early too in the match. So
in the match, yeah. After a coup de grace, a curve stomp, and AA. Or what? No, Elias wasn't there anymore.
No, poor Elias. Elias and the Miz had already been taken out.
Miz was the first one to be eliminated, right?
Yeah, and then Elias was, even though he was the last person to enter the chamber.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nah, but going back to the Chamber, man, it wasn't that we called it was a horrible match, man. It wasn't as good as the women's, and yeah, bro. I think the fact that is that the fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say is that the fact that he kicked out of everybody's finisher, man, and then the thing is also that every single one of them pinned him. 4 people pinned him, and then he kicks out. Freaking at the end, it's him and Roman. Roman kicks out of 2. That's what pissed people off, and like you were saying, to the point that if that was the ending, people would have been even more pissed than they were already. What the Braun segment at the end was for was so that the crowd there, like Jose had mentioned, was for them to leave happy with a pop. So
Yeah.
on TV, it looks good. People are cheering and shit.
Because when we saw it on Sunday, I really thought it's a triple threat. But then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, nah, this is just to protect Roman Reigns. And that's I honestly believe it was to protect Roman Reigns. That was the whole point of the main event, by the way. I don't believe the women's was better, actually. I think it's tight. It's a 4-star match. If you just take away the match, by the way, Meltzer gave it a higher rating than the women's.
Oh, yeah?
He gave it a 375, while the women's had a 325. Again, I like the way they showcase Seth Rollins. That frog splash from like the one end of the pot to the fucking corner.
Oh, yeah. That's
which
right.
he barely made it, but he made it. I don't even think Roman was portrayed like strong at all.
He was. No, that's why people were mad too, because he was, every chance he had to like have a moment, somebody else would come in and undercut him and steal the moment themselves. Like, his only moment was the 2 spears at the end to Braun to win. Because, I mean, like, you saw it, like, when they did the quadruple power bomb. Like, at first, it looked like it was just going to be Roman. Like, all 3 of them were going to help pick up Braun. And then that's when Cena steps in, too. And both him and Roman did the power bomb. But yeah, like, everybody was sort of showcased as good. Like, I felt Finn could have been showcased a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I think Seth was again the one that was showcased the most. Cena, then probably Finn, but not. I mean, Braun obviously, right? But,
oh yeah.
But I mean, I think probably Finn. Cena wasn't. I don't remember anything spectacular.
The only thing I remember about Cena is when he got eliminated and he was all emo like he was from WrestleMania, right at the cage, freaking like all depressed with a hand to his face.
Yeah, no, that's good.
He was the Sasha.
That's
right.
good. That's good because
it helps his storyline.
Yeah,
storyline, and then what he went and say at the end. I mean, in the Raw Talk or whatever.
You could talk about that one because that happened the same night. So he had the segment at Raw Talk later that night, which made you believe like it was like Tony had mentioned. It made it feel like he was either turning heel or something was happening with him.
Yeah, like it even felt like he was probably gonna actually take a break and like not be a part of wrestling in general. But yeah, the Raw Talk segment after is like, I didn't see Stephanie's whatever she said. With Cena's, like
she
was
said stupid shit.
With Cena's, it was like that's why he's the face of WWE, because he can make any moment his.
Yeah.
And yeah, he made the Raw Talk moment. Like, yeah, you felt like, oh shit, like Cena really, literally does care so much about this business, and he does really want a road to WrestleMania, regardless of who it's against, as long as it's a legit road.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I was the one that told you that felt like he might turn heel.
Oh, okay.
Not heel, but heelish.
Yeah, which he actually kind of has started hinting.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start having that edge. I don't think he's never gonna be a full blown heel.
Yeah.
Nah, never. But he's gonna be heelish because, I mean, there's a lot of faces right now. I mean, and obviously there's that guy that Vince loves. So
shout out to Roman Reigns.
But I mean,
yeah, like the faces in all of whether Raw and SmackDown, like it's just stacked. Yeah. So I think Cena would be the perfect person to like kind of be the bridge to where it's like he can do both and he can still be accepted by the crowd. Because as long as he's doing granting all those make-a-wishes, like he's gonna be the face.
Right.
They're not gonna turn him heel.
And it also goes back to the point that I was telling you guys, because people have also been speculating that Roman's going to turn heel. And I actually believe that more than Cena, just for the simple fact of, like, the sales itself, like, with kids, you know? Like, Roman doesn't have a really established fan base for kids like Cena does.
Yeah. That's what everybody believes, that Roman's the next Cena. He's not. He's not the next Cena. Kids don't like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's women.
Yeah, going back to that, like we were saying. And Tony. Shout out to Tony.
No.
Right.
We all like Roman Reigns wrestling.
I meant like looks-wise too. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, he's hot.
like honestly, like he needs to go to those classic trunks. Like he needs to lose.
No, I don't. I think that looks perfect.
But it's too old. Like to me, it's old. It's bland. Like mix it up, you know. Like because I mean, even look at Dean Ambrose. Like when they got rid of the Shield, like he just went to jeans and like a tank top, and then now like he just wears like cut off sleeve his t-shirts. Like I mean, it's different. Like it's still kind of reminiscent of what he wore in Shield, but I mean, it's new.
Yeah,
Seth Rollins, he changed completely. Roman though, it feels like he's still living in the past.
Yeah,
He's still wearing the goddamn vest.
I mean, then they left the music too.
Yeah, he has the original
but they
music.
did it again because Vince wanted to protect him. He's like, since the Shield's so over, let's leave Reigns with everything from the Shield. That's why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going back to the match.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for my love for Roman.
No, because we went fucking. Now I started with the Raw talk shit. I didn't like Elias, the way they showcase Elias at all. The Miz neither. There wasn't.
Oh my god, Miz was so disrespected.
Right? Like, even one of the speculated things for WrestleMania was Miz versus Finn Balor, right? For the Intercontinental Championship. And they did nothing to start
because
anything
apparently
with that,
now
man.
it's gonna be a 5-way.
Yeah, because
match.
WWE completely, of course, like typical WWE, they change their plans.
They have to find a way to put Seth, Finn, Braun, who else is it? Elias, and Miz into the card.
Yeah.
And I mean, I honestly feel like they should do what I told you: Miz versus Seth. No. Seth versus Finn in that card, and then whoever wins gets to go against Miz, like right after. So that will be better than have a fucking 5-way.
Yeah,
Another
especially because all
freaking
the speculation, like a month, 2 ago, was that The Miz was gonna have a prime time WrestleMania
Which
match.
he's not.
Yeah, which now it's not. I mean, yeah, Finn
it was
and
probably
Seth.
gonna be Miz and Braun.
Yeah,
But what I feel is that although it's not gonna happen, the triple threat, they just have Braun in case it gets so bad between
you always
the
have
Roman
a plan.
and
You always have a backup plan.
Brock Lesnar. People don't just wanna see it. Also, let's fucking put Braun into the match where everybody fucking shuts the fuck up. Simple as that.
That's all I gotta say.
So, what would you give it?
The men's chamber, like a 3.75. Like again, it was great. The only thing is just I didn't like Braun taking every single pin, especially because since it's since it was a 7-man, he had 5 pins in the Elimination Chamber, which in any other chamber, obviously he would have won because that technically you pinned every single opponent. And yeah, with this, I mean, it's just he pinned 5 and he still lost. Like I didn't like that at all.
I'll give it a 4, just the same as the women's. You, Julio?
I'm just gonna give it a 3.75 also, bro. Just because, again, it was something that everybody already knew was coming. The vibe wasn't there. Like, it wasn't realistic, man. It really wasn't realistic. Freaking Braun getting hit by every single finisher, pinning almost, like I said, 5 people, and then still losing. Like,
Yeah. And that's what happens with a lot of Roman Reigns matches. Like 2 years ago, Roman Reigns and AJ Styles had an amazing 5-star match. And the only reason he wasn't is because Roman Reigns kicked out of 2 phenomenal forearms
Yeah.
of Styles Clash in a fucking share, and he won with one spear.
Yep.
The match was a 5-star match, but since that happened, everybody remembers.
Because well, with me at least, like even though I prefer to know the finish, like I don't like spoilers, but at least tell a good story leading up to the end.
Right.
And I felt the Elimination Chamber, like I knew Roman was gonna win, but I wanted a story in it, not like having Braun pinning everyone. To me, that wasn't a story. Like you didn't build any storyline. No Miz, no Miz and Finn, no Miz and Seth. No Seth
and Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was nothing. It was just Braun does all the work, and then Roman comes and cleans up.
What they should have done is got Seth to eliminate Braun somehow with a curve stomp, and then you get to have Roman Reigns and Seth at the end.
Yeah, like I would have preferred that over Braun and Roman at the end. Like even though I wouldn't have liked Seth to take one spear from Roman and get the pin, because more than likely that would have happened. At least,
but it's more believable.
It would have felt better than what they gave us.
And it's actually more believable that after everything that happened, Braun gets pinned by a curb stomp, because it actually looks like a finisher.
Yeah, it actually looks lethal. It's not just some makeup stuff. Like it's literally like bam, face planted.
Right. You literally knock them out.
So yeah.
So what do you guys think overall of the show? I think it was safe, kind of, because of the two chambers. They were good.
Yeah, that was it.
The rest of the matches were...
It dragged.
They underachieved, especially Nia and Asuka.
Yeah, I thought 2.75.
I'll give it a 3.
Man, it's because this is the thing. Like, the only thing I remember most about this pay-per-view, again, is the two matches. Like, the middle was... It was kind of painful to go through, actually. I might give it a 2.75 also. Overall, did Meltzer give it a rating?
No, he never gives it an overall rating. Well, it's but again, it's because when you name a pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, it's all about the Elimination Chambers.
Chamber itself.
Definitely.
And since they were good as well, I'll give it a 3, because the rest of the matches actually didn't even matter. And I like the way they did it, to start with one and finish with the other one.
Yeah, that I did like. I think the reason we look so high upon not only, it's called Elimination Chamber, it's about 2 matches, but I think the main reason we look forward to it is because it's the last pay-per-view heading to WrestleMania for Raw. So you would think they would like either start their great stories leading into WrestleMania if they already hadn't, and it was a disappointment story-wise and everything capital-wise they could have done. Like, they didn't do anything.
The thing is, it hasn't happened in the last 2-3 years. Like, they usually don't start their storylines until
like 2 weeks before
2 weeks before WrestleMania, which is not bad sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like,
I just think this year they're actually like just playing it safe. Like, I think with everything that happened with Rollins and Seth, and then Rollins and Jason Jordan, I think to them they realize that, like, okay, let's not tell the whole story now. Let's actually play it safe, so that people can't call us out on like, oh, okay, this isn't what you planned.
I actually believe that's why they have right now like 100 backup plans for everything.
Yeah,
like everything has a backup plan right now.
Exactly. That's why they have Finn and Seth fighting for the Intercontinental.
They had the Braun just there, floating around. Maybe we put him in the in the Universal. Maybe we'll put him in the Intercontinental. Maybe we have him winning the Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
That's why officially Asuka hasn't announced who she's fighting. Everyone's just saying she's fighting Bliss. That's why Bliss is saying Nia Jax deserves the WrestleMania match over Asuka. Like, they're basically laying out an entire plan.
Like, right now there's no one official match other than Roman
versus Braun
and Brock Lesnar, because we don't even know what's gonna happen with Nakamura and AJ, if it's gonna be Nakamura and AJ.
That's true.
I think it's gonna be Nakamura and AJ, because if Vince doesn't give it to the fans, then I think
he's got off the deep end.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Shout out to Mark.
I'm pretty sure the fans are gonna start like rioting after that, bro. Like, no.
I mean, at the same time, we still have time for Cena Nakamura for Nakamura's Royal Rumble spot, main event spot.
Right.
But they will have to be at SmackDown.
Yeah, I could see that to help with the ratings. Like, oh, Cena versus Nakamura, the winner gets the main event.
Then what's the storyline behind it? Like, why will Nakamura put his fucking Royal Rumble win?
WWE, that's the way the WWE is. So they
Because
just want to boost.
babyfaces-
They want to boost the ratings of SmackDown.
And because baby faces in WWE are fucking stupid.
I know. I mean, look at
Nakamura doesn't
Edge.
speak English. I'm like, yeah,
Look
come
at
on.
Edge. He had like 6 Money in the Banks because he would always challenge the winner and be like, "Oh, I bet I could beat you," and then Edge would win and get another Money in the Bank.
Well, I don't see that. I mean, I see that match probably happening, but no. Honestly, I don't even know who the fuck is gonna win that Fastlane 6-pack challenge crap.
I know, yeah.
Damn, but at least for Elimination Chamber, that marks another year, guys.
Yeah.
And just in case you guys didn't know, you are listening to the Midcard Express. Make sure you follow us, subscribe, hit us up on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on anything, baby. And make sure you tell your mom, make sure you tell your dad, make sure you tell everybody, baby, to subscribe on iTunes and Google Play, guys. But again, I think that's it for Elimination Chamber, guys. Another thing that kind of bummed me out, no showing whatsoever of Brock Lesnar. But fuck it. I guess it is what it is. So I guess that's it for this episode, guys. We shall see you next time.
Heart, man.